All right, what's up, Creed? Coming at you with your Monday demo. All right, starting with our warm-up, we got 1 minute of a cardio choice, 4 options for those, and then we go into a 4-minute AMRAP of 10 dumbbell deadlifts, 30-second plank, and 30 seconds of cardio, and we'll roll through those 3 as many times as we can in 4 minutes. All right, got Coach Mandy here demoing our 4 cardio choices. We're gonna start with jumping jacks or high knees. We can drop onto the ground if we need to, do some mountain climbers to change it up, and then flipping on over to our hips. We're doing our seated run here, all right? After you do one of those or run or do some up downs or burpees, whatever tickles your fancy, you know? Then we go into our 10 dumbbell deadlifts. So we're driving those hips backwards, letting that torso stay nice and tall, but we're falling forward and those knees slightly bend once we get to the bottom, all right? Then we go into a 30-second plank. So we're on our toes and our forearms here. Should be an even straight line from our shoulders to our hips, all the way down to our ankles, and we're frozen there like a statue, nice and tight, all right? Then we go into another 30-second cardio choice of your choosing. So after that, we go into our workout here. So top part A, we have an EMOM by 6 minutes. So we have 2 of those, so a total of 12 minutes of work today. First EMOM, though, that we're focusing on has 2 movements. Movement 1, 50 seconds of slow alternating dumbbell floor press, keyword alternating, so you're switching each arm every rep. Then in minute 2, we got 50 seconds of a slow plank to pike, and that it goes, after we do 3 sets of each, we go into another EMOM by 6 minutes. We have 50 seconds of single dumbbell swings and 50 seconds of dumbbell heel taps. So all 4 of those movements have 10 seconds of rest attached onto them. So 10 seconds seems like a decent amount of time, but it moves pretty quick when you're in the workout. Part B, we have a 4-minute AMRAP going with 20 push press. So that's a single knee bend, a singular knee bend, and then we're locking out straight, 10 each arm for a total of 20. Then we have 20 tuck-ups. All right, we'll hit those back and forth for 4 minutes. Then we have 1 minute of rest, going into another 4-minute AMRAP, but this time the reps and the push press turns into a push jerk. All right, so that's 2 knee bends there. So we're catching a knee bend. So 14 push jerks, 7 each side, a total of 14 again, and then 14 tuck-ups. So part A, EMOM by 6 minutes. The first movement is slow alternating dumbbell floor press. We're in a glute bridge position, heels are nice and close to our body, core is tucked down, and we're letting that elbow go out to a 45-degree angle, just kissing that elbow to the ground. We'll alternate arms, and then we hit that other arm there. All right, since we're going slow here, getting a lot of time under tension, but it only is for 50 seconds. And since we're switching each arm, the other arm gets a break every other rep. So go heavier here and challenge yourself. Movement 2, we got 50 slow plank to pike. All right, so we're in a regular plank position, but this time we're squeezing our core to drive our hips upward in a good pike position, and then we're coming back down into a regular plank. Make sure we don't dip our hips all the way to the floor when we come back down. When we come back down, we want to stay nice and neutral the entire time, all right? Slow it down with this movement here, and then after those 2, we get through 3 sets of each. The next 6 minutes, movement 1, we have 50 seconds of a single dumbbell swing, all right? So we grab 1 dumbbell by the one head, and make sure we have a nice good grip on that dumbbell so it doesn't slip out of our hands. And we're gonna lean forward with a nice flat back, a good hip hinge movement here, and we're exploding through our wrist with our hips. It's a violent, snappy movement with our hips. All right, make sure we lock out nice and tall. Then, after 50 seconds of single dumbbell swings, we got 50 seconds of dumbbell heel taps. So you can have the dumbbell placed upright like so, fingertips on the ground, and a little lean back. So we make sure we get that core to work, all right? We're tapping our heels each side of that dumbbell. If you like to, you can flatten your dumbbell out or use another odd object that might be a little lower than that and bring your heels over and tap each side, all right? 6 minutes of those 2. Then we go into our part B AMRAP, which is 4 minutes long, and we have 20 push press. So a single knee bend here, head through the hole, bicep to ear, and a fully extended arm, all right? Then we have 20 tuck-ups. So we're onto the ground here. And with those push presses, it's 10 each arm for a total of 20, just to be clear. Then we have our tuck-ups here, so like a mini V-up. We're getting that chest to come nice and close to those knees, and we're laying flat. If we have to slow it down, core fatigues out a little bit, we can rest our feet and back in between every rep. After that 4-minute AMRAP, we have a 1-minute mandatory rest, and then we go into another 4-minute AMRAP with push jerk. So this is 2 knee bends. Notice how she has a shallow dip. She extends completely and then lands again in a knee bent position. All right, really emphasize those knee bends for me real quick. There we go. So she lands with those knees bent and then arm is extended. All right, so make sure we go 1 knee bend, explode, a fluid press all the way to the ceiling with a straight arm, and then we land back on the ground. Our knees are back bent. All right, then that's 14 reps, 7 and 7 each side, and then 14 more tuck ups, which we just showed you guys And then our finisher for today, it's a 3-minute finisher. So it's an EMOM, minute 1, minute 2, minute 3. All of them are for max reps. We have max single dumbbell curls, max single dumbbell overhead tricep extensions, and max single dumbbell curl to press. So we're hitting biceps, triceps, and then a mix of both at the end. All right, so with our dumbbell curl, we keep that torso nice and rigid, legs are locked in, just flexing at the elbows, using those biceps to control the rep. Make sure when we go down with that dumbbell, we're not letting it fall completely, but we're controlling it on the way down and on the way up. Movement 2, we have single dumbbell overhead tricep extensions. All right, so that dumbbell is in between our index finger and thumb on both hands. She has a good tall posture, her core is tucked, rib cage is in, and her arms are straight up to the ceiling. Elbows aren't forward, they're straight up, and she's getting that dumbbell to go behind her head and straight up in the air with a good tricep extension. Then we have max single dumbbell curl to press. All right, so hold that dumbbell on either head. We're doing the same thing as beginning, a regular curl, but we're going straight into an overhead press after that curl. We want good control and good tempo all the way through all 3 of these movements for all 60 seconds. All right, a little longer demo video, but we had a lot to get through there. All right, so I hope that's a very in detail explanation of what we're doing on Monday, and I hope you guys crush it. We'll see y'all later.